Okay, so here's what you need. You need 2/3 of a cup of sugar, cup of flour, whites and yolks separated. I use 5 eggs, and for you should only use 3, and also use a third of this one and half of this one. You also need a tray with baking paper attached on the bottom. So with yours it's the same, you just unclip it, put the paper on the bottom, and then clip the whole thing with the paper inside. The oven, here I'm using gas one, but yours electric is easier because you just set the temperature to 180 degrees and make sure it's at that temperature before you put the cake in. First step is beating whites into the form, and you can either use a whisk or the mixer, but not yours is crap. Well, you could try, but with whisk it takes around 2 minutes, maybe. So this is the result you want to get. It's almost not moving. Woohoo! But it acts as a whole. So this is the stage where you will start adding sugar, just a bit, mix it up, then just a bit, then mix it up, just a bit, mix it up. So yeah, this is what it looks like after adding the sugar. It's like absolutely solid. It's not dripping even a bit. And it's really tasty. Basically, now we will mix the yolks in, but also one at a time, and mix properly before adding another one. And once that's done, you can add the flour, mix it slowly so all the air that you actually put in here using the whisk or mixer won't go out. When you mix the flour in, it's good to do it with slow, delicate movements. This is the final stage of the cake. It's all nice and mixed up. Now you put it onto the baking tray. So yeah, it's all out. I even it, leveled it a bit, even it out. Also, make sure you put water in everything you use, because when the dough dries, it's really hard to remove. So yeah, it's all good. The oven is heated, 180 degrees Celsius. This is how you check if the cake is done. You open the oven, you have a stick. You push the stick all the way. Okay, the stick is dry, which means that the cake is done. So yeah. And this is a special recipe, so the cake, when it's done, required to be dropped onto the floor from the height of 1/2 meter, 30 centimeters, 1/2 meter. So basically I will now use those ones, the clappers, and take the cake out, drop it onto the floor, and then I'm gonna put it here because the cake needs to sit before you actually cut it. Ta-da! It's all baked, and I dropped it on the floor. Well, not face first, just as it is, like this, just plop plop. That's what I did. And yeah, so then you need to prepare the decorations. I have some that are ready ones. Then when you cut the cake, the sponge cake, sponge base into the shape you want, if it's too high, you can use a string. So first you just cut small incisions with the knife, and then you put a string around it, and then you just cross it and pull it in other directions, and the string will cut the cake for you. And then you add just a bit of decorations and you land with a birthday cake.